Hi everyone, welcome back. Busy. Been a few days since the last video up. So had the weekend, went away with a few mates for the weekend riding the motorbike, which was good. We were out in the Little Desert National Park, so it was good to be back in the sand. What's happening? We guys are carting a bit of hay in. Tony's just headed off with the mower conditioner, so we're going to cut and start, and we're just going to do a quick little job for a neighbour on the way past. They've had a mower conditioner break down, so we're just going to go and finish the job off for them, and then we'll head around and start and cut the vetch, and then keep going. Brendan's he's going to head down and start one of our main contracting jobs tomorrow on some vetch down there, start and cut it. So there's a good couple of 100 hectares or more to be cut, but we're just going to sort of start and cut 70 or 80 hectares of vetch to start with. The oats and the wheat aren't quite ready, but we'll talk about that in time. I've had a case mechanic here. We've if you've been watching it for a while, we've been having trouble with low pressure alarm going off on the transmission of the Magnum tractor now. They came a while ago, back at the start of the year, and put a new sensor in and a new accumulator on the transmission that was supposed to have fixed it, but it didn't. So we've discovered, I was away most of the day yesterday, but got back here late yesterday, Arvo, before the mechanic left, and I can show you in time that there's a big steel plate that runs under the bottom of the fuel tank and essentially holds the fuel tank in place. Now what's happened is we've hit something under the tractor. I don't actually remember it happening, but anyway, and it's actually bent that steel plate, pushed the plastic fuel tank out of shape, and then it's been rubbing on the side of the sensor and essentially broken the wires off the sensor. So the way it was behaving, it was sort of, to me, it was a loose wires, whether something had been chewed or something like that, because one day it'd be fine and the next day it'd give trouble. So anyway, I've been mucking around trying to straighten that plate out this morning. Had Agro come and look at the rice, so it's all shot, so which is good. We need to try and get a bit of chemical on that in the next couple of days. They are talking another shower of rain in a couple of days' time, only sort of 5 or 8 mil. So plenty happening. What I'm actually up to today is I'm just going to buy some rams. Now, where our ram stud is, the guys, and if you go back 12 months ago, we did go up and we had a look through there on one of the videos. But the guy there actually about 3 hours drive away, so I would like to have gone up there and bought them in person, but what we can actually do is we can buy them on a line through an auction platform called Auctions Plus. Now, this platform used to be just for buying livestock, but it's now moved on to machinery, and I think you can buy farms, and it's essentially an online auction sort of thing. We have bought our rams off this platform. Like, we've been using it for a long time. We've only ever sold on it once, but we have bought a lot of sheep in the past, and as I said, our rams. So I'm just waiting for it to start. It starts about 1 o'clock. We've got about 5 minutes, so I've just got the laptop open here, and I'll basically gone through the ram catalogue, and I've just written down what rams I want to bid on, and then we'll try and buy them. So we need probably 6 more rams. We have had a couple die and that sort of stuff in old age, so we'll try and get 5 or 6 more, and just as a top up, and if something else happens to one or something like that, we'll have plenty on hand. Alright, so we're just waiting for it to start. So how it sort of works is they've just got the rams listed on that side, and their reserves. So the first I think 15 rams in this sale are stud rams, and then from then on they're actually in they're in pairs. So we're going to try and buy one of these stud rams just because it'll be a better quality ram. So we're sort of looking at lot number 6 there. I think you can see that all right. So he's got a reserve of $1,000, and then once it starts, it's still sort of waiting to begin. Hopefully we can hear them talk and bid on the things as it goes. Sometimes the audio can be a bit dodgy, so yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, it all goes to plan. So we've got a few here in the diary that we're going to try and get, but as I said, we only need sort of half a dozen, so with fingers crossed. So it started here now. It basically comes up, gives you a video of the ram if you're not there, obviously, and yeah, it gives a bit of a description of what the ram is, and yeah, way it sort of goes. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So the auction started, so you can just see whether it's online bidding or bidding in person there, and you can just see it as the bids go on, the price is going up. So we're 3,500. This is only the second ram, these aren't any of the ones we're looking at yet. 3,750. Yeah, there is a bit of the only problem with buying them online, there is a bit of a delay, so you need to be quick. So Billy here giving me a hand. Yeah, just making sure I don't pay too much for them, Bilbo. Yeah, I'll try and show you how it works as we go. So we're going to buy the next two as a lot if we can. We just got to unlock it to start and bid. So we'll click on it. We can be the first bid. So we've just been outbid, so we bid again. So the 1,600 there, that's for the pair of them. Someone must like them as well. So you just got to wait, and there you go, we've confirmed. So we've just winning bidder on lot 32 and 33. So it's as simple as that. So all done with the ram sale. We just bought the 6, and we've ended up averaging about $1,000 a ram. So we've paid, in the past we have paid average $3,000 a ram or 3,200. So yeah, the job is back a fair bit, I suppose, just in reflection to where the rest of the sheep job's at. So it's come back a bit, but I think I'll talk to Jamie at some stage who we buy him through, and I reckon he'll be, if they can average, if they can get the average, keep the average up over $1,000, I reckon they'll be probably reasonably happy. Just hearing if you've bought Leicester ram sales, they are sort of back a bit and haven't had 100% sale rate. So I think their top ram got to about 6,000, so one of their stud rams. So yeah, I think they'll be pretty happy with that, given the way the sheep climate is at the moment. So just heading out. I'll see how Tony's getting on, and call in to see Brendan, see how he's getting on, and yeah, we'll have a bit of a squiz at the crops. I haven't had a look around for a while, so I probably need to get out and have a look. And then I've got the strip tiller hopefully coming for the corn this afternoon. I've just got to clear a bit of straw from a bit of leftover hay off the paddock that we when we were pressing the silage, a broken bale or something. So I'll just tidy that up, and then we need to do a bit of work around the bay outlets, the stops in that channel. So I might even start and have a dig around with the backhoe on, so if we can tidy them up a bit. This is what we're looking at cutting. I'll just give you, it's pretty tall, I'll give you the Utis comparison. But what we're sort of looking at, the vetch here, see, the vet's it's actually got pods on it now. I'll get that out of the road. So yeah, that's the vetch pod. Looks a bit like a bean pod, but the variety, just talking to the agronomist, the variety we've got here, it's not a hard seeded variety, so there shouldn't be sort of too much dramas with a bit of seed falling on the ground, that sort of stuff. Probably the only issue we're worried about is getting that pod to dry down enough to get it in a bale of hay. The clover's flowering, so it's sort of perfect timing to cut it, and the ryegrass, probably it's not quite flowering, but it'll be all right too. So there's going to be a fair bit here. We're not going to cut this whole paddock. There's 70 hectares in this paddock, but there's about 20 down the bottom here on this quite heavier, it's sort of what we call a heavier country. Yeah, that should be alright. So anyway, as I sort of keep talking, we'll put it in a bale, and yeah, if it doesn't rain, we'll have plenty of fodder for keep the woolies alive. Just having a look at the wheat here. You can sort of see before the rain these flag leaves were starting to dry up a bit, so it was sort of definitely sucking moisture. But yeah, it should get it home pretty well now. This sandier, lighter country on the hills out here does cut out early. Can see there are a few wild oats through here. Yeah, not too sure. We've sort of missed them. It's sort of funny. You think look, it's all right, and then all of a sudden they poke up above the crop later on the year, and it makes it look a bit ordinary. But anyway, it'll be all right. So look, rough guess. We're sort of hoping around a sort of 4 tonne to the hectare, maybe. Most of the heads still do look all right, although there's a bit of funny colour across here. I think we should still do that. They are starting to get a bit ugly and starting to fill, so they're sort of filling 4 wide, most of them, so which is a good sign. A little bit more rain on in a couple of days, another 5 or 6 mil. I just hit 55 mil out of the gauge out here, so that hasn't quite been the same as at home, but yeah, like there is a bit of moisture there, which is good. So, but it would have been pretty dry beforehand. So yeah, it's been a really good outcome weather-wise. Looking at the barley, it's changing colour pretty rapidly. Actually, it'll still be way away yet, but it's crazy how ripe it is. Yeah, what are we, about the 10th of October? So yeah, maybe 3 weeks, depending, first week of November, depending on yeah, what the weather does. But yeah, it's definitely done. The rain would have helped it a little bit, but probably not heaps. Yeah, might have just added a bit of weight to it, hopefully. So, but yeah, it looks good. This is the regrowth off the paddock that we cut the silage off. So it's up and cracking. We're probably going to cut the other half of this paddock now once we've done that bit of veg, just to sort of square the paddocks up. But I'm planning going to bring the ewe lambs out here and put them on this paddock, and yeah, let them have a bit of fresh feed. So canola's starting to squat down, which means it's starting to get weight in it. It's starting to the pods are filling, and it's actually starting to change a bit of colour too. So we're still a bit of a ways off windrowing. I don't know whether you can see it with the eye, but 2 different varieties. So this is the Clearfield variety, and then the one out further is a GM. And this one's the same, so Roundup Ready. Yeah, so there is a bit of difference in length, you know, as far as harvest length. So probably the GM stuff will be ready for harvest a bit earlier than the Clearfield variety here. But look, plenty of pods. Rain's been good. Probably we're not gonna probably see anything just with the hot weather and it's sort of the dry spell we've had. We're just going to lose those top few pods, but look, all the others should fill pretty well now. Some of them have got to the top. You look at that fella; he's done his best to fill right to the top. But yeah, look, these should yield really well. All going to plan. Hopefully they stand upright like they are at the moment. But same thing, we're still probably good 3 weeks, maybe a bit longer off windrow, and it is going to cool down the weather. Yeah, it has backed off a bit from the 30s and that sort of stuff. They're back to sort of low 20s. Yeah, from now on in. Finally got moved over here. We just had a couple of adjustments on the mower. It was dragging on that far side. It was actually we couldn't move the tractor, but one that's got a couple of big springs that sort of help it float on either side, and one of them had actually just come a bit loose. So yeah, you did that up, and the mower's sort of floating a lot better. so hopefully it's going to help them. But yeah, it's going to make some really good stuff. It's going to be a lot here. Yeah, so hopefully we'll probably look at putting it into big squares, I think. Yeah, we'll just have to sit here and let it go. But there you can see those pods I was talking about earlier on. So we'll just have to suck it and see what's happened with them. And then again, if you've been watching the arrowleaf clover, it's got a pretty big stalk on it too. So it will take a bit of drying out this stuff. But yeah, look, it's going to be good stuff. Yeah, it's sort of too good to leave. It's too long and rank for the sheep now anyway. So yeah, we'll get it in a bale and then we can utilise it if it doesn't rain later on. It's about knock off time, but we've had a machine turn up while we've been away. Well, we just caught Miles before he left. So this is strip till rig. So the guys will start and put the urea and MAP fert in for the corn tomorrow. So what we've got, just talking to him quickly, we'll get a bit of footage of it next day or two going, but we've got a long ripper shank and they'll put the urea down about 10 inches and then the back tine, it's a bit offset. It'll have the MAP down about 4 inches or 100 mil, and then the plan is to come in with the seed with another machine, with the precision planter, which these guys will do as well, at sort of a couple inches deep. So it's, yeah, as I said in the last one, it just saves us probably 3 passes doing it with this machine. So pretty slow going. I think they'll only it'll take them all day to do the 20 hectares. So this is 8 rows on 30 inch. So it's a Bosch strip till machine. So this is Australian made bit of gear, which is good and pretty heavy, as you can see, pretty well built. But yeah, anyway, it'll be good to see it going, and with the moisture we've got, it should rip a job. Okie dokie, knock off time. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Ta-da.